Good morning, my loves. Let's see what your messages are for today. It is Sunday, August 13th, I believe. Please do not get scammed. This is my only account here on YouTube. Please do not get scammed on TikTok or Instagram. I only have one, WokeAFMami, M-A-M-I. Please be careful. Source God energy, please deliver the messages for this beautiful person sitting in front of me. I call on Archangel Michael. Please return to sender any negative energy by thought, word, or action. Let's do intuitive gifts here and how to help spirit. Okay, so we're going to talk about the moon. So the moon card, this is all about shadow work. So the first step to your intuitive gifts is letting go. So in a previous video, I posted, hey, if you want to know about your intuitive gifts, comment. And a lot of you did comment. A lot of you were saying that you want to know more about how to access your intuitive gifts. And the very first thing to know is that your healing journey leads to your intuitive gifts and your intuitive gifts opening up. Because your healing journey leads to you loving yourself. It leads to shedding your inhibitions. It leads to acceptance. You can have your intuitive gifts if you are unsure or do not love yourself. But what happens is people think that they're crazy, especially people who are clairaudient and clairvoyant. You think that you're fucking crazy. Clairsentient, that's a different one. That's when you feel things in your body, and that's when you're like you feel like you can feel like if you're working with somebody who maybe is sick, you can feel where they're sick in their body. That's something that I do have. Or if you feel like a spirit is touching on the shoulder or on the leg or something like that, that is something else. But let's just talk about really quick clairaudient. Okay, so clairaudient is when you can hear. That one can be a little trippy. But you have to work on deciphering and discerning who is talking to you, which is why meditation is so important. Okay, so let's go back. Meditation. I'm going to give you guys a meditation exercise. I'm going to tell you guys what I do and what I started with. And this is what I do. So I visualize God's white light coming into my crown chakra. And when I breathe in God's white light or source or energy, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. Okay, creator, whatever you want to call it, all right? So I breathe in white light, and I imagine that it's completely coming into my entire body. I visualize it going into my arms, down through my toes, in my organs, and I just visualize white light encompassing my entire body. Now, when I breathe out darkness. I breathe out negativity, negative self-talk, anything that is not good, anything that is not resonating high, I breathe that out. So I breathe in, white light, out, negativity, darkness. And I do that until my entire body is encompassed, until then I start visualizing it coming out of, when I breathe out, I start breathing out white light. Okay, now here's the next step. When I get to the point where I'm now breathing out white light and it's coming out of my fingers and my toes and everything, then at that point, I put a bubble around me, and I think of kind of like a soapy bubble, and that's impenetrable. So nothing that only what I allow in is allowed. So I set the intention that negative energy is not allowed in. Even energy that I don't want near me is not allowed, okay? And yes, I do this every single day. I do this every single day. This is my protective bubble, okay? So breathe in. And that's what I do, okay? I'll put on like a sound bath. I listen to Tibetan singing bowls. There's an artist that I really like called, shoot, I can't remember. Miracle Tones, there it is. And I love their sound baths. I put them in my AirPods and I start meditating. And that's a wonderful meditation. It's a wonderful visualization because it really allows you to be white light. I am from source. You know, just like I was born of humans, I am human. I was created by source, therefore I am source. So I receive my light from my source. Okay? So that's the very first thing. So that's a meditation exercise. A lot of you have been asking, like, how do I meditate? This is what I do. Okay? The next thing is journaling. So journaling is super, super important. There are a couple prompts I can give you. So meditate with, your gratitudes. 5 gratitudes every single day. The other thing that you can journal and meditate on is your positive affirmations. So right now, you are in a state of lack. Right now, you are searching, you are wanting, you are, I want to be this, I want to be that. You need to start telling yourself what you want to be, because the way to manifest is, and to attract your manifestation to you is to be that. So you want to be at peace, I am peace. You want to love yourself, I love myself. You want to be, let's say a lot of us are going through separations, very difficult breakups, divorces. So, and you want to break whatever it is that you're going through. You want to say the opposite, or like be whatever they. So, I am an amazing human. I'm an amazing person. You want to attract a partner. I'm an amazing partner. I'm an amazing person. I'm an amazing wife, husband. You want to attract money. Money loves being with me. I attract the energy of money. Money feels safe with me. Things like that. Do you understand? Like, so that's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so I really hope I'm explaining that right. I think I'll just do like a whole other thing on just positive affirmations another time. Okay, so now let's go into intuitive gifts. There is clairaudient. That's when you can hear. And knowing that you love yourself is really important. And that's the reason why I was talking about it, especially with clairaudient, because with clairaudient, you can get some things that maybe are not completely of God. So you just want to make sure that you are deciphering and discerning what is there. So just make sure that you put your bubble and you set the intention that lower vibrating entities cannot come to you. And then if you want like a video that goes more into detail on that, put it in the comments. I'll make one. There is now talking to and creating a relationship with your guides, your angels, your ancestors. At first, when you are conversing or meditating, journaling, they're going to be all one, okay? Eventually, you're going to start to work with the energies of each individual group, okay? And you can do that when you feel called to do that. For me, it was like all of my guides. And then it was, I was calling in my ancestors because they're the closest to, like, they're familiar, like my grandparents that have died, or my friends that have passed away. And I call in their energy and I ask them for help, for guidance. And that is also something that I do every day. Make the path clear. Align me with my higher self. I am in line with my higher self. I am in line with my highest possible timeline. Okay, let's talk about clairvoyancy. So when I was a kid, I totally saw shit and I fucking hated it. So I remember praying as a little kid, like, take this away. I don't want to have anything to do with this. And I remember negotiating with my guides, and they were like, this is part of your gifts. This is like part of, this is part of the deal. And they were like, well, you can still see it in your mind's eye, but you won't see it in the physical realm. And I said, fine, I'll take that. So that is something that I did experience, which actually I really enjoy now, being able to see things with my mind's eye, because I'm also a medium. And when I'm talking, or even when I'm channeling on my one-on-ones, or even here, when I'm reading the cards, I'm able to really visualize what the messages are. I can hear the messages, visualize the messages, and sometimes I can feel like if somebody is experiencing some kind of physical ailment, which does come up if it's related to trauma, if it's related to a disease or something like that. That is something else that I can feel in my body, and I go, oh, hey, you have this, or like you suffer from headaches, nausea, whatever, like your legs really hurt, your back. I can feel all those things in my body, which is what I'm channeling when I'm talking to them. Does that make sense? So that's how my clairsentient works. You also may feel that if you are like extremely empathic. So if you are an empath, these gifts are gonna come more natural to you. Because you're already very self-reflective. You're already used to putting yourself in other people's shoes. You're already used to putting other people first. Now, here's the difference though. A healed empath is going to know when to put themselves first, and is going to know when to say, hey, this is my time for me. And especially if you are on the journey to being a healer, that is super, super important. I just saw 12:12 on the clock. I don't know if that's significant. So that is very important, and it has been for me, honestly, like something that I've had to really learn is to when to say, okay, this is my time. I'm not working. I'm not on, versus when I am on. And that is something that I have had to work with a lot on my guides, because that is my own personal free will. And I need to be able to say, hey, okay, we're going, or we're not, we're stopping. Okay, let me pull a couple more cards, and then we're gonna close out this video, this reading. So it's going to see, what are the other messages? Surrendering the Fool. So they want me to talk about the free will. Okay. So surrendering. This is another really big part of the awakening process, and about your intuitive gifts. Surrendering is like, a lot of you ask, like, how do I surrender? Surrendering is, I surrender a part of myself that ignores my intuition, that ignores my soul. I surrender the 3D, the third dimension. I surrender the part of me that says, no, I'm not going to listen to Source. I'm not going to pay attention to my gifts. I'm going to do what I want to do, which is stay up late, drink, overeat, get in the relationship with this person that I probably shouldn't be in a relationship in or with. I'm going to, just substances, addictions, relationships that aren't good for you, not choosing yourself, all of that. That is you giving in. That is you not putting yourself first. The surrender is, I'm going to put myself first. I'm going to listen to my soul. I'm going to listen to my intuitive gifts. That is a surrender. and getting into a spiritual practice, daily meditation, daily journaling, daily exercise, that is the fool. Because at that point, you don't know. You have no idea. You're so used to being in control of your life and saying, well, I'm not going to do those things because I don't know what I'm going to find. I don't know what's there. And at least if I am in this relationship, I know that the abuse is coming, or I know that this is, or I know that the drinking and blah, 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 blah. And you're surrendering to peace. You're surrendering to love. You're surrendering to yourself. You're surrendering to a divine life path. Okay, I think we're gonna stop right there. I'm seeing 1555, which is, those are wonderful numbers for divine change, which I think isn't coincidental. But if you have any more questions, just put them in the comments. I'm gonna try to make more videos like this. All right, have a beautiful day. I love you.